today I wanted to talk about some of the hard truths of motherhood that you kind of don't find out until you are in the thick of it, especially like the first, I would say like when you get home from the hospital, kind of what happens. There is, the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, or it takes a village. It takes a village. So I think in today's society, you're very fortunate and privileged if you do have a village. And it's great. Like, it really, having a village is great for you. It's great for the child and the family and everybody, but a lot of people, unfortunately, just with today's modern economy and modern living, people are living further apart. Like, we live across the country from anyone that could really help us, like family wise. So when we had our first two kids, like, we didn't have a village, and we still really don't. It's pretty much just me and my husband. But the hard part about when you do become a parent, it's, how do I put it? I had people in my family that they say, oh, have a kid, we'll help you. Have a kid, like, we'll help you. People making empty promises. We placed our help and our idea of what we thought the help and expectations of how these people in our family were going to help us. And I think that now, looking back in retrospect, we shouldn't have done that, obviously. But I think one of the hard truths of motherhood is learning that a lot of us don't actually have a village, because just the way our modern system is set up, people are still working. Like older generations, it's not like back when our parents had kids, like, where a lot, maybe a lot of grandmas were at home and able to help out and they were younger. But now it's like, people really have to work past retirement. It's just very hard economically. So people live further apart. People don't speak to each other. Families, it's just hard. It's not like it used to be, I think mainly because of work and stuff, and just like how society is kind of changing in a way. When you're pregnant, sometimes people say, and this is just for my situation and some of my friends I have talked to about this that had a similar situation, certain family that said they were going to be there, like, give me grandbabies, I will watch them every so blah blah blah, like every Monday, Friday, or like whatever. They said that they were going to help, and then when baby came, nobody was there. Like, the people who had these empty promises. And it's great if, like, the people that actually said that stuck to their word, but I just feel like placing that false hope, and you think you're ready to have a kid and you make all these adjustments thinking you're gonna have this help, when after you have the kid, then you realize you don't have that help available. It's very difficult adjustment. Finding childcare in general is very expensive and very hard to find trusting people to even watch your kid, and just hard to, it's just a hard pill to swallow, I guess. So there's a lot of people, you can read it on the internet. I've read tons of forums and stuff. And we've had it in our family. I've had it with my friends and their families. Certain people said they were going to be there to help, to have, to give you this village. But in the end, certain people didn't follow through. So I think it's wise beforehand, before you have a kid, that if certain family members are saying they are going to help out, that hopefully they will end up following through and helping out, because sometimes that doesn't always happen. Plans change, or it is really hard to take care of like a newborn and a toddler, and grandparents in general are a lot older these days, so it is a lot on them. But yeah, it's just something to be aware of, that if you're just the loss of a village in general, it makes it very hard and difficult on people. If people beg you to have a kid and they say they're going to help you, hopefully those people in your family will help you, but be aware that a lot of us have been told that people were going to help and ended up not getting that help, or if you did end up getting that help, it was very minimal and not what was kind of discussed, I guess, beforehand. So I guess just have realistic expectations of what, if your parents are saying they're going to help you, can they realistically help you? Can they financially, like, afford to take time off of work to watch the kid? Are they retired? What are their goals? Like, you know, whoever is going to be helping you and be part of your village, is it really realistic that they are actually going to be there? And I think that's something I would have planned differently if I had known that the people who said they were going to help me really didn't intend to help me. I would have totally arranged like different childcare months ahead of time, because it takes like sometimes up to a year or more to get into daycare. So it totally affects like your job, your ability to work, and everything. It's going to affect everything fundamentally, like having that help. So when people pull out of that situation and leaves you high and dry, it's very frustrating. So I think it's something that a lot of us moms talk about, but you don't really realize it until after you have a kid and you're in the thick of it. And so I think you'll realize who your true friends and family are. Sometimes the people that were always there during your pregnancy will not be there after. And I know that sounds a little harsh to say, and that is not for everybody. That is not true for everybody, okay? This is just, it can be for some people. I know for me and some of my friends, yes. When you have a kid, your life fundamentally changes. And like your friends and stuff, they might not. So just be forewarned that if people do offer to help, just realistically have, you know, you can have a conversation. If they are going to help, how would that help look like? Is it realistic? Are they really going to be there? I just wish someone had sat me down and talked to me about this before I had a kid, because I would have changed a few things. I was very naive. I believed when certain people said that they were going to help, I believed it. I didn't think twice about it. And now looking back, I should have seen those red flags, but I don't. So if this helps anybody, hopefully it does. And for everyone that has a village, I'm very happy, because it really, like, I have like cousins and stuff that have like a village, and it's great, like, to have that help and that support. Like, I'm a little jealous. But I think I'm happy for anyone that absolutely has like wonderful parents or sisters, brothers, aunts, anyone, friends that come and help. Like, that's amazing. And I just wish it was more like that for everybody. But there are a lot of us that don't have villages out here, and it's just, it hurts a little. It's a little hard when people say when you're pregnant in the moment, oh, I'll help, but then after baby comes, like, the phones go quiet. Like, you know, it's just something I wish someone would have told me about, to think about and ponder beforehand. So if you guys have a story or anything like that to share, I'd love to hear, but drop it in the comments below.